let's talk about Sonnymoon for Two. In addition to being just like an iconic blues tune that you're going to hear at a lot of jam sessions, it's a great way to learn the minor pentatonic scale. So let's get into it. All right, so we have the minor pentatonic scale. That's pretty fancy. Well, if you think of the root word penta, it means 5, right? So as the name would suggest, there are 5 notes in the minor pentatonic scale. So that's going to be 1, or we could think of this as our root, a flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7. You can also think of it as a minor scale that you remove the 2nd and the 6th. In natural minor, it would be a flat 6. None of that makes sense. Don't worry about it. It's not super important. What is important is that we use it to make music and have fun with it. So what does this sound like if we're in the key of B flat? Well, if you remember, B flat scale is going to be, let me get my, it's going to be B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A, and B flat. All right, so we got our 1 here, so that's going to be this guy. Now our 3 is D, but it's going to be flat, so that is now going to be a D flat. E flat is the 4, F is the 5, and A is the 7th, but we need a flat 7th, so we're going to flat that, and that gives us B flat, D flat, E flat, F, and A flat. So that sounds like this. And going back down. Right, maybe a lower octave. Right? So let's go to the melody here. A lot of times when you see this melody in fake books, they don't write this part of the melody right here this way. They'll, I mean, I'd have to go look it up, but suffice to say, I like playing it the way that Sonny plays it on the recording, so that's why I wrote it out this way. So let's get a metronome so you can hear that. All right, let's try it again with the metronome. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So they would call this a riff head or a riff melody. So I guess what would that be? I'll spell that out there so you can. I know I may not always be the most enunciant or whatever clear-spoken person. Riff head. At least that's what I've heard it called. Head meaning the melody. You know, if you think in Italian, you say da capo, that means to the top, right? Or like you think of a cap, right? Da capo, to the head. So in jazz, we just say, hey, let's play the head again. They might do something like this, and that's the signal. We're going to go play this melody. And then a riff is something that is repeated over and over again. Now, because of my iPad, it cuts off the last part here, but really it is just the same 4 bars repeated. So first step is learn this melody, but then we can use all the notes of this melody at any time on the blues. I like teaching this first because it's almost kind of like a blues cheat code. It really isn't though, because it does sound good and very well respected musicians do this. So it's not like, it's not like you're less than another musician if you just use the minor pentatonic. Although we are going to get into some other ideas in another video. So, but for now, I just want to limit ourselves to just the minor pentatonic. Okay, let's actually jump in here and start playing, because that's what improv is all about, right? Is to play some music. So we got our B flat blues here. Now I know some of these chords are a little different than how we talk about them in improv class, but this is a standard blues. A lot of times in improv, I don't put this E flat here because as you progress through a jazz blues, we'll often put a C minor, in this case the two chords, C minor 7 and then an F7. So, but in the super simplified version of the blues, I just put F7 for both of these. So check that out. So I'm going to play the melody twice, and then I'm just going to start taking the notes of that melody, rearranging it, changing up the rhythms, and seeing if I can come up with some different ideas of my own. Okay, here we go. Two, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Taking little segments of the melody. Little two-note ideas. You know. As long as you have good feel and a good sound, you don't have to play all the notes. You can actually get away with a lot fewer notes. So I'll try to do more of that idea. So hopefully that gives you some ideas. Again, the whole point here is, one, we want to learn a melody because you want to play a song with people. A lot of times, you know, we can learn to solo, but it's important to have tunes. So when you get with other friends and you want to play music, you can say, hey, let's play Sonnymoon for 2. Let's play a blues. So I think, of course, you could just start on the blues and just start soloing. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think there's something cool about beginning together playing a melody and ending together playing a melody, because that's typically what you would do. I didn't do this in this video, but let's say I take a solo, and if I was playing with other people, they would take a solo, you know, and then once everybody was done, then we'd say, hey, back to the head, you know, remember that? Back to the head, meaning we're going to play the melody. And that's where we would all play Sonnymoon for 2 together. It would come up with an ending. You know, this isn't supposed to be everything. I just want you to get started. And so you got a scale, you got some chords, and you got a melody. So go have fun. See you around. All right, bye.